Plaintiff Andre Townsend says he let his cousin crash at his place. He claims his cousin never paid rent and stole his beloved PlayStation. He's suing for $3,300. Defendant Dareyus Valencia claims his cousin knew he couldn't afford the rent and he didn't steal anything.
You guys are cousins, huh?
Yes.
Okay, why are you suing your cousin?
Your Honor, I'm suing my cousin for stolen property and unpaid rent.
He's lying.
For stolen property, what did he steal?
He stole my PlayStation 4, and I'm also suing him for unpaid rent because...
Okay, the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
He stole it from your house?
Yeah, right out of my room.
And you saw him running out with it, or?
Well, he was the only one who had access to, to my room. And, you know, he's my cousin. We grew up together.
Yep.
Right out of the sandbox. Played basketball together. You know, we always talked about living together, so I had the opportunity to help him out. I did that.
We're family. He's my first cousin. Family doesn't put out family, right? And although I may have lacked financially, I have helped in other ways. When he couldn't reach the top shelf, I was there.
Wait, what? When he what?
I said when he couldn't reach the top shelf, I was there, Your Honor. I was there.
He couldn't reach top shelf?
The top shelf.
Who was there grabbing the stuff off the third shelf? Me. I was, you know?
So if he can't reach the top shelf, because you're taller, you can reach
I'm right there.
Unbelievable. So tall people don't have to pay their rent.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I performed in other places where I lacked others. Like if I lacked financially, I was there physically for him. I helped him.
But business is business.
You don't have to pay the rent because you helped him reach the top shelf. I got to write this down. This is...
That's
gold. It's gold, right?
That's definitely a first.
That has to count. It counts.
Yeah.
It counts, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, he's in the right place because this court is about small claims.
I see what you did there. I like that, Judge.
Excuse me, how much did these tickets cost you, huh?
I like that, Judge. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, so you already had the place.
Yes.
And he needed a place, and so you said, yeah, come and live with me. And what, you split the rent?
Yes.
How much was the rent?
About $1,200.
$1,200 a month?
Yes.
So each of you had to pay $600 every month?
Yes.
How many months did he live with you?
For a little over a year.
I'm actually surprised that I'm here, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here.
Well, he says you're here because you owe rent.
I heard what you said, but I'm still confused.
Did you
Your Honor.
pay $600 a month?
I did what I could.
Let's assume you're right. You did what you could. But the question was, have you been paying $600 a month rent for that apartment? Because that's what the rent was. Your share was $600.
May I backtrack, Your Honor, if necessary?
You may.
Okay, so let's just rewind it back and just say when I first came,
yes,
I let him know I didn't have a place to stay. So he said, okay, you can stay here. I'm not working right now. I'll get it to you when I can. He said, cool. I said, cool.
Both
in
said
my mind, we're cool.
He needed a place to stay. I let him in with open arms. He was struggling when he came into the apartment. So I said, you know, I gave him some time to give me the full amount of the rent because he couldn't afford the full thing. So of course, you know, I'm gonna help you get on your feet.
So when he couldn't pay or he was late in paying, you had to pay the landlord $1,200.
Yes. So a couple months go by, and I'm trying to get him to pay the full amount, but he's postponing it every time I'm confronting him about it.
So what happened with the PlayStation?
So for my birthday, I had a few people come over, and we live together, so only we have access to our apartment. Once everybody left, the next morning I realized that my PlayStation was missing, and of course I asked him about it. He says, nah. No, I assumed that he was being petty because I had stolen his game station from not too long ago because I wanted him to clean up the apartment when I went on vacation.
So because he wasn't cleaning up, you took his PlayStation?
I took his Xbox. He's an Xbox gamer, you know.
Okay. Did you ever give it back?
Yes. I gave it back within a week. And that's how long, you know, it took for him
so
to
you
clean up.
really were only a thief for a week. Yeah. Okay, so and you think that
I know he took it.
Your Honor, he's lying.
You have sued for $3,000, $3,300, but $3,000 of it you say is for unpaid rent.
Yes.
Is that 5 months that he didn't pay? Because you're saying it's $600 a month he owes you.
Yes.
Now, other times he was paying the rent to the landlord.
Yes.
So he wouldn't give you the $600. He would send it directly to the landlord.
Yes.
You were always making the payments. So what was short in the year was $3,000. 5 months where he didn't make the $600 payment.
Yes.
What about that?
I paid what I could. I drop some money off. I do odd jobs. So I do like Uber Eats, or I do like painting or stuff like that.
You hustle.
And I get right.
You hustle. I can see that.
I do what I do.
I can see that. But the landlord needs $1,200 a month.
Exactly.
And he says you can stay, and he'll give you some space in terms of the timing. If you don't have it by the end of the month, I can let it ride for a bit. But at some point, you still have at least the moral responsibility of, as soon as you get money, of making up the $600 a month. Otherwise, he has to pay it.
Well, still, Your Honor, I gave the money when I could. Also, I have some discrepancies as well for when I was living there.
Your Honor, if I may interrupt.
Discrepancies, Your Honor.
He would only give me $30 from these odd jobs that he worked.
Your Honor.
Yes.
$30? That wouldn't even suffice. I have paid what I could. And I've done, and this is just to focus on my career as a singer. You know, I took my time.
Let me hear you sing.
You got a specific
I want
song?
you to sing what I want you to impress me in the next 20 seconds with your voice.
Okay. I'm saying happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
We're gonna clap for that, huh? We're gonna clap for that.
That's a very nice voice.
You're right, they're gonna clap for that.
Yeah.
They enjoyed it.
That's crazy.
It was
They
very
enjoyed it.
nice. It's not going to save you $1, but it was very nice. No, that was very good. That was very good. I understand you were paying what you could.
Right.
Okay? Right. But that's not what this suit is about. The suit is about whether you are going to pay what you ultimately owe.
But even if I did what I
It
could.
doesn't mean you don't have to pay the rest at some point.
But Your Honor, if he told me he was okay with it and I did what I could, I'm thinking we're okay. It's been months.
Did you ever say, remember, everyone's under oath here. Mm-hmm. Did you ever say to him, you can live here rent-free for this month or that month?
Never said that, not once.
So you were never told by him that you wouldn't ultimately have to pay for that month?
Your Honor, but if he said cool, I'm cool. So again, why am I
I know
here?
you're cool. You're as cool as you can get. But that doesn't mean even cool people have to pay their rent. What about the Xbox? Did you take it?
No, Your Honor.
It didn't just disappear.
I didn't take it, Your Honor.
You
It's good
borrowed
that
it.
somebody took it, but I didn't take it, Your Honor.
Someone broke into the house and took it.
I'm sure they needed to. He wasn't good at the game anyway, Your Honor. I'll keep it real.
Okay. It sounds to me like that's an outright lie. You know how that got removed from his room, or who removed it.
No, I do not. I don't
You
know.
know nothing about it.
I don't know where the game went, Your Honor.
So it just
But I know where
magically
mine went
disappeared.
because he took it.
Yeah, well, he said that.
And I gave it right back.
He's being honest.
Exactly. So if I would
And
have
just
took it, don't you think I would have
coincidentally,
gave it back?
suddenly his Xbox is gone?
If I would have took it, don't you think I would have gave it back? He gave mine
I
back,
don't know
correct?
that.
Oh.
PlayStation is my life.
Well, you're in trouble. If
that's the problem.
PlayStation is your life,
That's the problem.
you got bigger problems than this thing. Come on, it's not your life.
I just like playing my game. It relaxes me. He knows that.
It's
I like to
wonderful.
come home from work and play the game.
But your life? Here's the deal. I'm not going to go with you on the Xbox, not because it isn't important to you and not because it isn't your life, but when you come to court, you have to prove that he took it. And the evidence isn't there. So I can't award you that $300.
I have a good
On the
feeling it was
rent,
him.
there are 5 months where you didn't pay $600. So here's the deal. Where is your evidence that he owes $3,000?
I would give my landlord the cash, and he would usually give us a receipt, but I don't have the receipts anymore.
How can you come to court, you knew you were coming here. You
Well, we had a
decided to
verbal
file the
agreement,
suit. It would
and-
seem to me the very first thing you would decide to bring to court is receipts of what has been paid and what is owed. You show me something. He's at least showing me payments he made. You're not showing me payments he didn't make.
The landlord is hard to get a hold of.
Well, you should have thought of that before you brought the lawsuit.
Well, we don't live there anymore. And it's still not right at the end of the day. He's family, and I brought him in. To shortchange family, that's not right.
I totally agree with that, but this is a court. I can't be a family
Shortchange.
counselor. But both of you are agreeing that you stayed there for a bunch of months and you didn't pay $600 a month. You've admitted that, and I can see from your payments you didn't pay $600 a month. So I am left to estimate. I can't give you the exact $3,000 you're asking for because you haven't given me any record of that. And maybe you're getting screwed here, but that's your fault because you came to court without bringing the documents. That's all on you. So I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $1,500.
I'm glad that I didn't have to pay. He didn't get awarded $3,000, but I prefer he got awarded with nothing.
My kid and my wife are not more important than PlayStation, even though PlayStation is my life. Y'all didn't record that, right? All right, I don't need my wife to hear that. She gonna kill me. Okay, my wife and my kid are more important than the PlayStation, even though it is my life.
Plaintiff Charis Bodady says her ex-stepson reversed directly into her car and promised to pay for it, but never did. She had to fix it herself. She's suing for $3,100. Defendant Joe Warland claims his ex-stepmom was illegally blocking his driveway, so the crash wasn't really his fault, and he's not paying.
How do you know each other?
He's my stepson, ex-stepson.
Oh, okay.
This is my ex.
And
his
you're
father.
the father of the defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you're sitting with the plaintiff.
Yes.
What's your reaction when you see your dad?
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if he's just taking her side but she shouldn't have been parked there.
Why are you suing him?
I'm suing him because he backed into my car and wrecked my car. One day I brought Mark home, and when we got there, Joe was standing outside when we pulled up, and he started talking to his father in the car, and so then his father got out of the car and proceeded to go in the house, and I remembered that I had left my makeup bag in the house. So I got out of the car, and I asked Mark if it's all right if I leave my car parked right here, and he said, yeah, this should be
And where
fine.
did you park the car?
Right at the end of his driveway.
At the end of his driveway?
Yes. I went inside, and Mark was inside. We sat down for a minute, and while we were in there sitting down, Joe, I guess he decided he wanted to leave, and he left. He got in his truck. He didn't look behind him, and my car was sitting right there on the edge of the driveway, and he backed into my car.
Do we have diagrams of this, or?
Yep.
Yeah, let's take a
And
look.
step down.
You can step this way so I can see what. Okay,
Okay.
so that's Joe, you're the defendant, you're in the truck.
I'm parked right here.
Okay, and it's
Bam. Just like that.
the defendant, Joe, is backing out because he's leaving. You and Mark are in the house, but you had parked your car there.
Yeah, I was on the edge of the driveway.
And so the
Right down
damage
here.
to your car was the front right side, you're saying?
Yes.
That's substantial damage. That's,
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good hit.
Yeah, I got it pretty good.
Were you driving, what's that, is that a milk carton?
Well, because I had to block the light bulb from getting wet when it rained or something.
Yeah, but that's good if if you're valeting your car, you can tell the valet, it's the one with the milk carton. You want to walk up here
Sure,
and tell
yeah,
me
yeah.
how you saw this going?
She parked more like that.
Oh, you're saying she was more in the, yeah,
I backed straight out.
okay. Oh, boom.
Yep.
Ouch.
And that's where
Okay.
the damage was on the front corner of her car. I backed straight out. I didn't back over the grass or nothing.
But it's fair to say, as I look at that,
You can step back, sir.
Sure.
okay, the one thing I notice is you've got a back window here.
Yeah,
So when you're backing out, every driver,
I should have looked.
you have to look where you're going in case.
Absolutely.
God forbid it was some little kid running there.
Right.
In other words, I'm not saying she should have parked there, but clearly you've got to see where you're going.
Yeah, I agree there.
Mark, what did you see and what did you hear?
Oh, I didn't see it actually happen. I found out about it when he came back in the house and said, Charis, I hit your car. Joseph is my son. I've raised him, of course, taught him how to drive. I think he just threw all that out of the window. I don't know. He's a terrible driver. He always has been. He's been really careless. I tend to believe Charis, as far as where she parked.
You didn't see what happened,
No.
or you didn't hear what happened. You just,
No.
It's fair to say you were pretty close to that driveway, if not at least a little bit in it.
I was fairly close to the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
But he should have looked behind him before he backed up. I mean, he came in and he told me he hit my car, and we all went outside and looked at the damage that he had done. And we all agreed that we wouldn't call the police or nothing because he's my stepson, well, ex-stepson, and that he told me he would pay for it. And I believed him. And it's been over almost a year now. And
Did you say that you'd pay for it?
I said I would help her pay for it.
Okay, and how much would you help her pay?
Well, I give her $500.
There's contributory negligence here. Verdict for the plaintiff in the sum of $3,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I can't believe the judge ruled in her favor. I don't know. I've known her for a long time. I'm not sure if she's mad because Dad don't live with me no more or how that happened.
I feel like he should have told the truth and said what we all agreed upon because I didn't call the police, and he didn't follow through with what he said he was going to do.